you came in because today's a little different.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to start with kind of a high-level summary of what Science of Mind is all about, because most of us know it, but it's always good to go back to basics. It's like in January, the talks in Science of Mind churches always go back to the first 4 chapters of the textbook. Because again, it's always good to go back to basics. So what we believe that there is a power for good, and that's the only power there is a power for good. And we can use it, and we use it by thinking. So all thought becomes creative and influential. And that's why we say thoughts are things, and we say change your thinking, and you will change your life.
You're here.
Okay? We believe that there is only God. That's it. All evil starts and ends in the minds of the human beings that are thinking it. Go back to number 1. All thinking is creative. If you think negatively, you will create negative things in your life. But God's not doing it to you. God is the power for good. Back to number 1. So there is only God. And everything in our experience is either a call for love or an expression of love, which makes sense. If all there is God, and God is love, then everything has to be an expression for love or a call for love. And finally, you are whole, perfect, and complete exactly as you are. Exactly as you are. It doesn't mean you can't change your behavior. It doesn't mean you can't change your thinking. It doesn't mean you have to love everything about yourself right now. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect, whatever that is, right now. But it means there's a part of you that has never been damaged, never been wounded, that is always perfect, whole, and complete. And it's available for you to connect to whenever you're ready. It's always there. So,
Cindy.
why don't we do, this service is going to be entirely different. So if you're expecting a particular order, give it up. Be flexible. Things are changing. Okay. But let's start with greeting each other. And you can greet with handshakes, you can greet with hugs, you can greet with bows. If you don't want to be hugged, stick your hand out and let people shake your hand. But welcome each other, please, as you are welcome here.
That's my grandson's. My great grandson. Actually, it's oh, I think it fit in and then it's huge. Good. Yeah.
The goal is by request. Announcements. To my great joy and relief, we have signed a contract for a place to have our services for the next 3 weeks while the Heights Community Center has closed. And it is a fabulous site. It is the Crosswoods Community Center And if you all know where Sylvan Library is, yeah, it's on Sylvan and Auburn.
Yeah.
Dewey and Auburn.
Dewey and Auburn. It doesn't turn to Sylvan.
Sylvan Library.
Yeah, Dewey and Auburn. And if you go into the library, beyond it, there's a tennis court kind of off on the left. And you want to go on the walkway to the right of the tennis courts. And there's a building back there. And it is gorgeous inside. It has floor-to-ceiling windows all the way down the room, looking out into green space. So it has a kitchen. It's going to be lovely.
Yeah.
We're going to be there for 3 weeks.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Well, first I have a statement of fact. Libraries are closed on Sundays, so you can't go through the library.
You don't have to go through the
There's a
library.
walkway.
It's the parking.
Okay, I was gonna say, is there parking to get back there easily? Wonderful.
Yeah, you basically park at the library or in front of the tennis courts, but there's no walkway. If you're facing the tennis courts, there's no walkway on the left side. It's on the right side between that and the library and the tennis courts.
Wonderful. If we get lost, we'll call a buddy.
Absolutely. Yes.
Or if you park right in front of the library, which is what I did, you just veer off to the left. You
Yeah,
guys went
around-
straight down, and I went right in front of the library.
Yeah.
Huge parking lot.
It's lots of parking and it's going to be a gorgeous space for us, so I'm very happy about that. And the reason we're going there is because this community center is going to be shut down for 3 weeks for renovations and preventive maintenance and all that kind of good stuff. Secondly, the board of directors is meeting at Doug and my house today. If you're interested in coming, let us know. Next Sunday, Reverend Debbie is going to be speaking on release, refresh, and renew. And Debbie always does a fabulous job of this end of year experience, ritual. Yeah. This time of coming together to end the year. But it's not the only time we're going to end the year. On December 31st, New Year's Eve, between 3 and 5, at our house again, the annex as we're calling it, there's going to be an evening of blessings. Many of you have been to an evening of blessings, so you know that we have prayer stations set up and lovely music in the back, and it's all sacred space. And basically you come and ask for your heart's desire. And you can get treatment from multiple practitioners and ministers. So it's a lovely time. Finally, the Beyond Limits classes is starting in January 10th, and there are flyers for both the Evening of Blessing and the Beyond Limits class on the table when you first came in. Okay?
And is that one in person or online?
Both. We meet everybody's needs. Now, it is my great pleasure and honor to bring up Bev Barnett, who already can watch, Greg here, Greg who will play his guitar, to finish the Winter's Dream, the Dream of Silence, is that the right way?
Season of Dreams.
The Season of Dreams, to welcome back the light. So please, welcome Bev.
Calling us together in this circle to welcome you into silence. Because it is in silence that we find our way. So, in this silence, we're celebrating the return of the light. When we talked with you back in November, we talked about embracing the dark, and to understand that the darkness we're talking about is not a darkness of fear, but one of fertility and gestation and contemplation. And so we embrace the dark where we are thoughtful and contemplative and that beauty, and honor that time to show that we owe to ourselves to quiet our busy minds and to slow down. Today is the winter solstice, midwinter. So solstice translates roughly to sun stands still. Now, if the sun really stood still, we'd be in trouble. So where does that come from? It happens twice a year, and it happens, as many of you, I'm sure you know, when the axis, the poles of the Earth tilt to their farthest points. And so the winter solstice is when the sun is at its lowest setting on the horizon, and that's what makes us say that the days grow shorter and the nights grow longer. The time of darkness is longer, and the time of light is shorter. And here's the good news: it's already occurred. It's already done. The solstice happened at 7:03 this morning Pacific time, and so the light is already returning. It's been solstice has been observed for millennia, long before humans had this ability to understand the axis and measure the exact time, right? That when they were burning the Yule log, they didn't know that it was at 7:03. They just knew that things had changed. It was an observation. Our ancestors would use this time to burn the Yule log and tap into this energy that they knew was happening with the light. And they knew it was time to do that because the animals would start to prepare for winter. The trees would drop their leaves. It would become colder. And after a period of time, all of that happened in reverse. And it happened year after year. So in their experience, they experienced this understanding that it was time for this slowing down. And they tapped into that. And they began to understand that there was a promise that the light would come back again. So we acknowledge that shift. And we know, just as they did, that this is the cosmic promise. That it stops. The whole thing happens, and at 7:03 this morning it stopped, and then it starts to move back. So it's not just a hope, it's a law, right? That's a universal law. Just like the creative law tells us that we have that guarantee that the seeds that we plant during the beauty of the dark, our time of gestation, will manifest in the spring when the leaves dance and our souls sing. So just a side note too, we talk about this, this is solstice, we talk a lot about this at the end of the year. You can do this in June, you can do it in April, you can tap into that time, that quiet, anytime, and we all need to. We know when it's time for us to quiet ourselves and contemplate and rest. So on solstice, we rest with nature. We pay attention to the trees. We know that those trees, that the seeds that we plant now will grow and flourish, and those leaves will come out and they will dance, and we will sing. So let's have a time of meditation. So I'd love for you to settle into your chairs and prepare for just a short meditation. I'm going to guide you through some breathing, and then we'll have 2 minutes of silence. And during this time, I invite you to embrace this darkness, this time of gestation, and think about what you're moving toward, what you want to be moving toward, what more peace, more spiritual growth, more focus, more health. Or maybe it's just a word to guide you into the new year. Strong, steady, peaceful, healthy. Whatever that word is for you, or that idea of what you're moving toward, I invite you to use this time to allow that to come to you. And then we'll tap into that a little bit later this morning. So with your feet on the floor, and your back supported and your hands comfortable, and there is no right or wrong way to meditate, but when you support yourselves with your feet on the floor and sitting in the chair, and your back just kind of gently supported by the back of the chair, it gives us this ability to fill our bellies with breath. So please take a deep breath. And let it out all at once. Fill your belly and then your chest. And let the air out from the chest and then the belly. Continue to follow your breath in and out. You can use this belly breathing if that feels comfortable to you, or just breathe naturally. You may want to count to 4 with your breath in, and 5 with your breath out, just to help you slow down and stay focused on the breath. Take a couple more breaths. Continue breathing, and you may notice thoughts coming into your head, and you can just notice them and then let them go. Start again with your breath. Picture a grove of trees standing in their naked glory, adorned only by the frost of a winter's morning, as the sun begins to set on the shortest day of the year. The trees that have stood in the same place through hundreds of terms of the seasons. Hundreds of precise moments when the poles of the earth have tilted the farthest from the sun. And every year, deep inside, they know that in the spring they will flourish, and their glorious display of leaves will once again dance and sing in the breeze. What will be your dance? What seeds are you planting as you embrace the dark of fertile gestation? Picture this grove of trees as the sun sets on the shortest day of the year. The trees stand silent. We'll join the trees in silence for 2 minutes as we welcome our intentions to germinate. roots of those magnificent trees. It was dark and the trees stood silent. We asked for their wisdom and they replied, "This is our season of slow dreaming. We will speak again in spring when it is warm and we have leaves." In the beauty of the dark, we'll find a reason for a spark, a thoughtful contemplation of a way to make our mark. And in the drift of winter snow, somewhere deep inside we'll know it takes a little time before the seed begins to grow. So we'll take it slow in our season of dreaming. And when the frost begins to thaw, we'll remember what we saw in the silence of a winter filled with gratitude and awe. There'll be time enough to scream come the warming of the spring, when our leaves can't help but dance and their souls can't help but sing. So we'll take it slow in our season of dreaming. We each embrace our own individual seasons of dreaming. Your season could be the span of a 2-minute meditation, or it could be a much longer time of quiet, fertile place of contemplation. And it could be a time to ponder a seemingly simple question, which direction, or to navigate a very big change. And we have multiple of those at all times. The hardest time to trust is at that moment of transition. The hardest time for our ancestors to trust that the sun was really coming back was when, on this coldest, darkest night of the year. And even though the solstice has already occurred this morning, it's going to be dark, gloomy, raining for a while. It's hard to remember when we look out the window that the sun is already returning, that the light is already on its way, the warmth and the spring is coming soon. But we do know that, and we remember that. That is ours to remember. In our own silence and contemplation, we remember who we are. We remember the light that lives inside us. We remember the power of our own divine spark. So in this time, this hardest time when the sun seems to stand still, we can sow those seeds of intention where gestation begins and life moves forward. The leaves wither and die. The new growth bends forward toward the light. And we can be confident in this contemplation and reflection that all is well. Every step is true. Living in the heart of God, every breath is new. I know all is well, every step is true. Living in the heart of God, every breath is new. I know all said, God does not live in our heart, we live in God's heart. With that, we know that the truth is that all is well, and that we are shown the way to infinite blessings that are ours to claim. And we know that every step is true. So we're going to do something a little different. Has anyone ever done a walking meditation?
Mm-hmm.
I love this idea of walking mantra meditation. Repeating that word you thought of earlier, or the phrase, or repeating the words, I am the light. So in a moment, I'm going to invite you to stand up, come to the table in the center and choose a candle, and then kind of move out into a circle. Safety first, eyes open for this meditation. And then we'll all kind of turn to our left, and I'll guide you through playing some of that flute as we just very slowly, step by step, repeating that our own individual mantras to ourselves. And then when I stop playing the flute, you can move back to your chairs or any chair you find with your candle. There's not going to be anyone moving a chair when you're gone, so it's not musical chairs. I might. We might have some mischievous people there. All right. And this is always as you are able. If you do not feel moved to do walking meditation, please feel free to stay where you're seated.
And for us directionally challenged, I'm thinking of moving to the right.
I said turn to our left.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other way. So it's proved.
So, what is that seed? What is that word that your divine spark will hold? So hold that in your mind in a few minutes, and then we'll follow each other. So please, I welcome you to come toward the left. as the light begins to return and we honor our own divine spark, would anyone like to share? This is not, you don't have to, but if anyone feels like they'd like to share what came to them, please do. Yes.
I am the light.
I am love. I am also love.
Love and patience. Yes. I am wholeness. Wholeness.
I am peace, I am joy, I am love.
I am peace, I am joy, I am love. This light, this divine spark that we have inside ourselves, we can bring that into the world as well. That's our joy, to bring that out into our community, our neighborhood, and to the entire world. Let's pray. In the beauty of the dark, I know that we live in the heart of God and that God is all there is. And on this winter solstice, I know that we are one with every being in this sacred pause. We experience this pause, this silence together. And in perfect harmony, we know and expect the sacred magic that is ours claim. And we do claim it as we bend forward toward the light that is always promised, the light that assures us all is well. I am grateful for the dark and the pause. I am grateful for the thaw and the light. And so it is.
And so it is.
People, let your light shine. Come on now, let it shine. Come on, let it shine on. Oh, night and day. People, let your light shine. Come on now, let it shine. Come on, let it shine on. Oh, night and day. We all got a light inside. People, how can we survive if we don't let it shine on? Oh, night and day. You know the world is dark with fear. People scared to let you hear. They need you to shine on. Oh, night and day. People, let your light shine. Come on now, let it shine. Come on, let it shine on. Oh, night and day. People, let your light
joining us on this winter solstice. The darkest night has passed.
Yep.
The light of the infinite is born anew. It's born anew in me, it's born anew in you. My seed is growing, I trust the law. I joyously anticipate the spring. And so it is. You may return your lights to the table and maybe do a little closing class.
What I'm going to do is leave this basket right here for your gifts, for your support. This has been a wonderful, wonderful time. It's always good to remember that the light is within us. So, go forth, be the light. We're going to rearrange the room and we're going to have some social time. This is just nice to, one of the joys of winter is to gather together in the warmth and light of friendship. So thank you all for